And I'm Pastor Dave.
Throughout the past few weeks, you've been reflecting upon a series of questions as you have focused on your prayer life and the reading of Scripture. So, how is it with your soul? Is your spiritual life deepening? Is your relationship with God growing deeper?
Tim, I'm so proud of you. You're doing a great job.
Thanks, but you know we're talking about pride today, right?
Yeah, I know, but I'm still proud of you.
Did you know that Pope Gregory called pride the mother of all vices?
Okay, so I'm not proud of you. Is that better?
No, it's okay to be proud of me.
I know. And well, I should be. Did you know that St. Paul was proud of the church in Corinth? He said that he boasted of them all the time. Pride isn't necessarily a bad thing. There are times in our lives where we ought to feel a sense of pride. And we ought to feel a sense of pride about our family. It's okay to feel a sense of pride about our church. Sometimes that's the way that we should feel pride. So when is it that pride becomes sinful? That's a question worth considering.
Remember that all sin starts as something good. Temptation doesn't come dressed like the devil. It comes dressed like a friend. Pride becomes sin when we allow ourselves to give into the temptation of thinking that life is meant to revolve around me, around us.
That's right. When we start thinking that we're more important than other people, that we're the ones who are better than other people, that we're the ones who know the truth, and that other people would do well to be more like me or to be more like you, well, we've entered onto that slippery slope that we call the sin of pride.
Trace prejudice back to its roots, and you'll find pride. Trace racism back to its roots, and you'll find pride. Trace male domination of women back to its roots, and you'll find pride. Trace any kind of bigotry back to its roots, and you will find pride. Whenever someone believes him or herself to be better, or more deserving, or more valuable, well, we see the sin of pride.
It was the sin of pride of the religious leaders in Jesus' day that resulted in Jesus' crucifixion. Whenever we see self-righteousness, we're seeing the sin of pride. Whenever we see arrogance, we're seeing the sin of pride.
Now, those are some obvious ways that pride shows up. Sometimes pride is a bit more subtle. I once heard a story about a U.S. congressman who was having lunch in a cafeteria with some of his constituents. Everyone going through the lunch line was given one piece of chicken by the woman serving them. When the congressman came to the chicken, he said to the woman, "I'm a congressman. I'd like 2 pieces of chicken." And the woman responded, "And I am the chicken lady. Move on down the line." There are some subtle or maybe even not so subtle ways that we talk or act pridefully? The sin of pride. Today's question. Are you proud?
Well, there's some good news for those of us who have given in to the sin of pride. God will help us overcome that sin of thinking first of ourselves. When we become aware of those times when we're acting in a prideful kind of way, well, we could submit those moments to God, offering them up to God's healing power.
And here's a great practice to start overcoming pride. Ask people their stories. Ask them to tell you about their life and how they've gotten to where they are today. Simply listen to their story and then quietly say a prayer, thanking God for the person and for the ways that God has been at work in their lives.
Are you proud? Today's question. Well, that's it for today. We'll be praying for you. We'll be praying for us as we're reflecting upon that question and thinking about if there's ways that we've given in to the sin of pride. God bless you, and we'll see you next week.